Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome back to 5-Minute Fat Loss and Fitness Secrets. This is episode number 4. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Corey, and I am your fat loss and fitness expert. I'm a former fat kid who not only conquered all of my own fat loss struggles, but I've also had the opportunity to work with almost 2,500 other people to completely transform their bodies so they can look, feel, and perform their best through my brick and mortar fitness studios and my online coaching programs. So today is day number 4, episode 4. And today I'm going to be talking about quote unquote healthy foods that may or may not be good for you. So if you're joining me live for this episode, please say hi in the comments. Don't be bashful. Let me know you are here. If you are on here and you have a question about what I'm talking about while I'm on here, please feel free to post it. And if you are watching this on a replay, say something in the comments to let me know when this is reaching you so that I can reach you at the best possible time to watch these episodes. So today's question is going to come from Asia. And she's located in Tucson, Arizona. And she says, in terms of more fruits and veggies, a lot of these people that are out here trying to sell weight loss programs keep saying that there are some fruits and even vegetables that you should stay away from. And I know a few people that have tried the Hope diet, which is in the beginning is just berries and lean proteins, and you can't even have nuts. Are there some things that people think are healthy foods, but are in fact actually hurting your weight loss that you can maybe suggest to stay away from? So this is a loaded question, but boiling it right down, it basically comes down to, are there healthy foods that really aren't that great for weight loss? And yeah, so whether a food is healthy or not is really a subjective opinion. Healthy, is something going to be better for you? Is it going to be worse for you? I think really it all boils down to what is it that you're looking to achieve? And is that food going to bring you closer to where you want to be? So there are foods that are going to be better for your overall health. There's going to be foods that are going to be much more nutrient dense. And there's also going to be foods that are much more calorie dense. And if a food is nutrient dense, it doesn't mean that it's going to be calorie dense as well. It actually many times is going to be the opposite. Foods that are very calorie dense, so like a lot of processed foods, for example, you go to a fast food joint, you get a meal, very processed foods, very high in calories, your body's going to absorb a lot of those calories, as opposed to eating a meal that's got a lot of vegetables in it, a lot of nutrients, a lot of micronutrients, probably pretty low in calories unless you're dousing your salad in lots of dressing. So it's subjective, and it's going to be based on what your goals are. So when you go back to goals, you got to rewind a little bit before you're talking about what you should and what you should not be eating. What are your goals? There are 3 buckets that all of your goals can fall into. It's going to be aesthetics. Basically, you want to look better. You want your clothes to fit better. You want to be able to look in the mirror and feel better about yourself. Or 2, your goal falls into the performance bucket. So this would be like an athlete wanting to get better and perform better in a marathon, in a race, in a specific sport like football, baseball, basketball, golf. And then the 3rd bucket that your goal can fall into is going to be health and well-being and longevity. So whatever your goal is, it can fall into one of those buckets. So the things that you're going to do to try to reach that goal, whatever it is, the deeper and deeper and the closer and closer you get to that goal, the farther you are going to move away from the other 2, meaning the things that you would do to achieve those other 2 goals are not going to be the things that you are necessarily going to be focusing on to achieve the goal that you have as your primary goal. So for example, if my goal is fat loss, I want to look better, I want to have my clothes fit better, I want to improve my health by losing weight, then I'm not going to be focused on performance. I can't be doing CrossFit workouts and working on performance-based workouts and expect that that's going to bring me closer to my fat loss goal. It's not. It's going to be a ton of stress, and I don't need that, and I don't want that. Going the other way, if I have a performance goal, let's use CrossFit again. And my goal is I'm competing, the CrossFit Open is here and I want to compete and that's my goal. Well, I'm not going to be focused on having six-pack abs, because if I want to do that and I want to be in a fat loss phase, I need to be in a calorie deficit. And if I'm working on performance, then all I'm going to be doing is setting myself up for a massive injury if I'm focused on calorie deficit, calorie deficit, calorie deficit, but I'm also looking to perform as good as I can. I'm not going to have the fuel that I need to perform really, really well. So for example, if somebody is doing keto because they think that it's going to help them with fat loss, and they're also focused on elite performance, you need carbohydrates to perform at an optimal level. You do. You're not going to be able to perform your best if you're taking away all of your carbs. So that's the first part, is you got to take a look at what your goal is and what do you need to do to achieve that goal. As far as when you get to the foods part of this, there are some foods that are better than others, like I just talked about before. Just because a food is quote unquote healthy doesn't mean that you can eat as much of it as you want to and you're going to reach your goal. For example, avocados, great for you. It's a healthy fat. You can't eat as much as you want and have guacamole and have things that have avocados in it. It's going to be very high calorie because it's mainly fat. Another example of that is if I'm eating nuts. So there's nothing wrong with nuts. So nuts was one of the things that was mentioned in Asia's question. There's nothing wrong with nuts. The only problem with nuts when it comes to fat loss is they're very calorie dense. So if I eat a lot of nuts and I'm doing a lot of snacking, yes, nuts are a better choice than potato chips by far, but they're also very high in calories. And when it comes to fat loss, the number one thing that you need to be focused on is going to be energy balance. You want to be in a calorie deficit. Whatever that number is for you and is for your metabolism, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Whether that means you're eating Oreo cookies or you're eating avocados, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can just eat Oreo cookies all day and lose weight and be healthy, because you can lose weight if you're in a calorie deficit, but you're probably not going to be all that healthy and you're not going to feel all that good, and your digestion is going to be completely messed up if you're eating a lot of sweets and sugars and processed foods. So hopefully that answers the question around healthy foods and unhealthy foods, and should you avoid healthy foods? There is no food that you should just avoid unless you have an allergy to it or you just don't like eating it. That's the only reason that you should avoid a food. If there's a diet that is restricting a food group or telling you can't eat a specific food, that is a sign that you need to run away from that diet. It is a gimmick. It is a hack, just like keto is a hack. It's a way for you to reduce your calories by telling you that if you remove this food group, it's going to be better for you. If it's a weight loss diet, the only thing that it's accomplishing is the same thing that every other diet is accomplishing, which is putting you into a calorie deficit. So hopefully that makes sense. If you gained any value from this video, please, here is how you can help. Smash the like button, smash the love button, hit the share button, tag somebody in the comments, drop a comment below, let somebody else know about these videos. That would help me greatly. It would also help others greatly so that other people can watch these, gain some value from them. I hope that you enjoy your Friday. I had talked about being here at least 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm probably going to drop another video tomorrow as well, and maybe even Sunday. Who knows? This might become a daily thing, 365 days a year. So with that said, it's a snow day in my house because my daughter is home. So I got to get going because she's actually knocking on the door right now. So enjoy your day, and I will catch up with you tomorrow.